Hi, I'm Rick.
And I'm Sharon.
We are Cargo On.
Cargo Conversion Building Camp. We feature camper tours, interviews with builders, campground reviews, and we offer camping tips. If that's your cup of tea, then please subscribe. Hi everyone, I'm Sharon.
And I'm Rick.
A lot has been going on and we want to kind of give you an update. So first, as I promised, I said we were going to have a giveaway when we hit our 1,000 subscribers. And again, thank you very much, everyone. So as promised, we're going to be doing a giveaway. The giveaway is going to be either a shirt or a mug from our merchandise store. You get to pick. To enter the giveaway, in the comments below, you're going to type #free gift 1. So it's #free, F-R-E-E, gift, G-I-F-T 1. Put it in the comments below. We'll pick a winner when we go live on 9/1. It's going to be on a Wednesday at 7. So we'll take entries from 8:15 to 9/1, and we'll randomly select someone from the comments. And like I said, you get to pick from our merchandise store. It's going to be a shirt or a mug. Okay. The second update I have is we now have our community tab since we were able to get 1,000 subs, and it's great because I can communicate with you and put up polls and stuff. So I'm learning more about what you guys want. But YouTube kind of makes it difficult for us to like connect personally. Facebook is actually a little easier to do that with. We do have a Facebook page. I'm going to link to that. And I also created a Facebook group. Now that group's going to be a private group. It's, you have to be approved to be a member because I really don't want to swat trolls away all the time. So we'll see how that goes, but we can share on, talk to each other, and I think that will be really good because we want to get to know you guys more, and we want you guys to be able to communicate with us too. That Facebook page is already up. Feel free to sign up for that. We have a big trip coming up. Another 7-day trip?
Well, it's probably going to end up being about 9 days. But we're going over into northern Pennsylvania and then do 2 different state parks there, and then one up into New York, do a night at a state park that's on Lake Ontario, and then we're going into the Thousand Islands. And then from there we'll see whether we're going to try to maybe boondock someplace on the way back home. It should be a lot of fun. This will be our first trip in a while using the van again, which we recently got back. So far I've put about 1,000 miles on the new engine that we dropped into it. The van's a 2000 van. I got it purchased from a dealer up in New York in Staten Island, and it was a one-owner van. It was owned by the New York City Police Department. So this van was in service with the NYPD when the World Trade Centers were taken down. It has kind of sentimental value to me. It only had 40,000 miles on it at the time I bought it, and it's only got 121,000 on it now. So the transmission's still strong. The body's not in too bad a shape. I spent a lot of money on this engine and to get some comments as to whether I did the right thing or the wrong thing. But
maybe you should have asked that first.
It probably would have been a good thing, but based on what I saw in terms of vehicles for sale, it made sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because I'm just looking for something that is going to last probably as long as I am now. And even though it's an old van, starting out with a remanufactured engine, it's got a 100,000 mile warranty on it. I thought it was a pretty good idea. It's kind of a one and done thing for me. Well, we're going to do a small conversion on it. Probably just do a bed in the back, and we'll have storage underneath that you can access from the rear, and probably like 4 or 6 drawers up in the front to access. And that's pretty much going to be it. We're just looking to create something that if we decide we want to do a road trip and not pull the trailer for the sake of gas, so we want something that we can tent camp in with, but basically at least be able to sleep in it overnight if we want to hit a lot of mileage and maybe just overnight in a truck stop. So that's where we're headed with that idea.
So that'll be a pretty simple conversion.
But your comments on that idea are welcome as well. So
a lot has been up in the air. Rick has been having some health issues.
I had rotator cuff surgery on my right side, I don't know, about 12, 14 years ago. Now I got 2 tendons that are torn in the left shoulder. The weird thing about it, the last time I had rotator cuff problems, I couldn't even lift my arm from my side because everything was real. This time they're telling me that I got 2 torn. I had a lot of pain in my shoulder before, and I was having mobility and weakness issues. There were days I had trouble. I had to hold one hand with the other in order to comb my hair. But that so far is gone. So even though they're telling me that they're full tears, I find it hard to believe that I have full mobility and a very limited amount of pain and still have 2 fully torn or completely torn tendons in my shoulder. I'm kind of at the point where, since it is so minor a discomfort and disconvenience, that I'm contemplating not having the surgery done at all at this point. I'm just up in the air. So if anybody's got some stories to share or opinions on it, or you have some knowledge about it, then feel free to comment me, because I'm really starting to question whether I'm doing the right thing by going through with the surgery at this time. We'll say this: one of the motivations for having the surgery, or they told me that the longer I would delay the surgery, the integrity of the tendons themselves will diminish. The prognosis when they do try to reattach them isn't going to be as good. So.
Well, maybe you could get a second opinion too. So, guys, if you have
I already had a second opinion. They tell me I'm ugly.
If you have any input, I know people have stories out there. I mean, we're just kind of at a loss whether he should do this at this point. So put them in the comments below. I wanted to talk about our channel a little bit, okay, and the vision for our channel. Now, we're called Cargo One Cargo Conversion Building Camp. So we're cargo trailers. That's what we intended to be from the get-go. The problem is we are not running into many cargos to do tours. So what we've been doing is filming anything interesting. But in reality, we would really like to see more cargo. So I'm asking you guys, if you guys want, it could be your camper, if somebody else's, but if you want your cargos on here or know someone who has a cargo camper, I can even pull it off of YouTube. I just won't do that unless I have permission. Or you can send me a video. So I'd really like to put more cargos on here. In the meantime, I'm putting on tours because I know you guys like tours. I'm trying, like I said, anything interesting I could find, I'll put tours on. But believe me, if we could focus mainly on cargo campers, that is what we would prefer to do. We're not cargo camper snobs, okay? It's just that this is our niche. I want to talk a little about upcoming videos. I have a tour coming up. I think it's next week. I went to my brother's. He has a park model in a campground. It's at a seasonal site. So I actually took a tour of a park model. It's unique because I've never seen a camper with 2 full bathrooms in it. So I have that coming up. After that, we have Caledonia State Park in Pennsylvania, and we went to Gettysburg. I love Gettysburg. It's not a tour of a camper, but it's a tour of Gettysburg. Hopefully you'll like that video. I just feel like I really put my heart into that video. I'm hoping you'll enjoy it. Yesterday, we went out and interviewed a trailer dealer called Maximum Marine, and what he used to do was fix boats, store boats, and he sold boat trailers and cargo trailers. Now he's retired. He left most of the business to his daughter. He doesn't fix the boat part anymore, but they do store boats, and they sell cargo trailers, boat trailers, and they also set them up. So we interviewed him, and we got a lot of wisdom. And the other video that we have coming up, I always talk about New Jersey being the brunt of everyone's jokes, but New Jersey has great beaches. So I am going to do a video on the New Jersey shore and some of the campgrounds down there. A lot of people on another Facebook group I'm on were asking about seasonal sites. So we went down to the shore, and between Ocean City and Sea Isle City, we probably scanned about 6 or 7 campgrounds. I will also have a video of, I'm going to call it the closest campground to the beach. So who knows, maybe you guys are planning on coming to New Jersey. Some of you may be from New Jersey and want to go down there and go camping. My previous husband and I, we also had a seasonal campground down at Seaville Shores, which is 3 miles from Sea Isle City and 6 miles from Ocean City. So I'm very familiar with that area. So I'll show you a lot of the beaches and stuff. So it'll be nice if you know, you might say, hey, Jersey's not that bad, we want to plan to visit. Just don't all visit at once. Work it out amongst yourselves and plan it, because we're a very densely populated state, so you have to come in shifts. So the other thing that I want to talk about is the live interviews, and I apologize. That was my mistake. It was the first time we ever tried to bring a guest on live. So it only went to Facebook. I was able to pull it down and put it on YouTube, but that is something that we are planning on continuing to do. Chris did a great interview. It's a shame all the technical issues we had and no one was able to ask him questions right there. I talked to Betty Bear from Betty Bear's Pneumatic Travels, and she said she's willing to come on live. So that'll probably be sometime in September. I'm hoping to get Brian, and I don't know who else we can get. But speaking of Betty Bear, you have to check out her latest video. I mean, she's so fortunate. She was lucky in the right place at the right time, but she has an awesome video up. So I don't know how many of you saw the interview with Chris. He's the builder. We met Chris in the Keys, and aside from your video, Chris has the most watched video on our site. He's very fun to talk to. He's a very engaging guy. Well, Chris is going across the country, and Chris is going to be helping us out, shooting, you know, whatever he can get his hands on. So I think he's going to be trying to update us weekly. So we're going to be probably having some weekly updates from Chris, who's going out west and, you know, on all his travels out there. So he's going to be a huge addition to this channel, and hopefully bring in some more tours and everything.
And he's going to cover a lot of geography that we may or may not see, because we're still trying to look at the future where we might be able to do a trip like that. I envy him.
Maybe next spring. Don't forget the contest. You'll win a free t-shirt or a coffee mug. Just comment below, and it's, again, hashtag free gift one. And we'll draw that September 1st, so just keep those comments coming in. And we're going to hit the road. We're heading north. All right, guys, so we will see you when we get back, okay? But videos are scheduled to roll for the next couple weeks. And don't forget, check out Facebook. We can communicate through Facebook easier probably than YouTube when we're away. All right, guys, thank you so much.
Bye-bye now.
Take care. That's a wrap, everyone. You know what to do if you like this video.
You all come back now, you hear?